Hi, I'm Ana Maria Montero. Welcome to Trekking for Kids. We're always excited when new people find us because that means that the word is spreading about what we're doing. But what is Trekking for Kids? Well, let me ask you this. Do you enjoy the outdoors? Do you enjoy helping those less fortunate? Do you dream about traveling to the remote corners of the globe? Well, what if I told you there was a way to combine all of these passions into one single life-changing adventure? That is what Trekking for Kids is all about. Prepare for the experience of a lifetime. With Trekking for Kids, you embark on an adventure which not only challenges you physically, but also gives you the opportunity to help those most often forgotten, the orphans living in the shadows of the world's most coveted adventure destinations. So how does it work? Our treks range in duration from 4 to 14 days, with groups of 15 to 25 trekkers who come to us from all walks of life. Each participant pays for his or her own expenses, along with committing to raise a minimum of $1,000, destined in its entirety to help a needy orphanage located in the vicinity of the trek. The funds raised not only go into purchasing and transporting supplies and equipment, but most importantly into the improvement of their existing facilities, allowing Trekking for Kids participants to make a lasting contribution to the future of these children. Our trekkers then not only spend several amazing days bonding with the orphans whose lives they helped improve, but they also get to realize their own dreams of trekking to places such as Machu Picchu in Peru, Annapurna Base Camp in Nepal, Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, Mount Cotopaxi in Ecuador, and even Everest Base Camp. There are no limits to where Trekking for Kids will go to improve the lives of orphans while providing our trekkers access to some of the world's most coveted adventure destinations. In 2008, Trekking for Kids quite literally reached new heights, trekking for 7 days to Uhuru Peak, the 19,340-foot summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Our 2008 Tanzania trek not only offered us the thrilling opportunity to reach the highest point in Africa and one of the coveted 7 summits of the world, but we were able to change the lives of 45 special children, the orphans of the Mesa Maria Center for Street Children in the town of Moshi. For 4 unforgettable days, trekkers worked diligently to put the finishing touches on their newly renovated compound. Thanks to the generosity of our donors, Trekking for Kids was able to renovate and repair the existing Mesa Maria Center in several ways that significantly enhanced the living conditions of its 45 occupants. Cracked floors were replaced by new painted concrete. Mosquito screens were added to all of the windows to help reduce the incidence of malaria among the children. Bright, colorful murals were commissioned for all of the rooms from local artists who themselves were former street children, and the existing bathroom and shower facilities were remodeled. A significant impact was the replacement of the kitchen. The new building boasts a large pantry along with 3 new stoves that burn much cleaner and more efficiently than the previous one. A large outdoor multi-purpose gazebo was also commissioned to replace the old one, as well as a network of sinks for washing and drinking. Finally, and this is where this year's trekkers really left their mark, everything was given a fresh coat of paint, inside and out. However, one of the greatest impacts on the center was the addition of basic furniture for the first time ever. Prior to the trek, the children and staff had been eating, studying, and playing on the floor, as well as sleeping 3 children to a bed. Today, the center is filled with new, locally built furniture, including desks for the students and teachers, chairs, tables, benches, bunk beds, and new mattresses. Trekkers also brought school supplies, clothing, sports equipment, games, and toys as gifts for the children. And lastly, Trekking for Kids went beyond the brick and mortar and provided a year's worth of school tuition for all of the children, along with their first ever school uniforms. Each year, the Board of Directors of Trekking for Kids meets to decide on a future trek location that matches a needy orphanage with an exciting destination somewhere around the world. In 2009, that new location is Mount Cotopaxi in Ecuador. At 19,347 feet, it is not only one of the tallest active volcanoes in the world, but also has one of the few equatorial glaciers on the planet. Our trek will take us into the Andes Mountains as we traverse Cotopaxi National Park for 6 days through beautiful and varied terrain of tall grasslands and volcanic surfaces. Trekkers will have the option to climb to the glaciated summit of Mount Cotopaxi or conclude their trek at base camp. As always, each step that we take will be for the good of the most vulnerable living in the vicinity of our destination, the orphans of Quito. Additionally, we are proud to announce that in 2009, Trekking for Kids will also be traveling to Spain for the first ever Light Trek, an easygoing trek designed for active adults. The trip consists of a 7-day walk along the last kilometers of the famous pilgrim's route El Camino de Santiago, or the Way of St. James, that culminates in Santiago de Compostela. After completing the trek, the group will fly to Morocco, where we will spend several days with the children at our chosen orphanage. Our time spent on the trail in Spain will be made even more memorable, knowing that every step we take will be for the benefit of the Moroccan orphans who need our help. As you can see, many disadvantaged children all over the world have been touched by the generous donations entrusted to Trekking for Kids. Just imagine how many more we can impact with your support. For more information, visit trekkingforkids.org. Join us on one of our life-changing treks, or simply make a donation to Trekking for Kids, Inc. and help us make a child's dream a reality. Improving today, securing tomorrow, one step at a time.